Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make another suburban house, but this one is a little bit different. I've decided to try out some different materials. And I am so glad that I did, because I think that this is my favourite house that I have ever made. And not only have I made the exterior of the house for you, but I have designed the interior a little bit as well, which I will do a separate tutorial for if you guys want it. So in here, we have a living room, we have a big giant modern sofa with a fish tank built in, we have a lovely little seating area with a bookshelf, we have a big TV, of course, we have a place that we can sit and listen to the radio. If we come to the opposite part of the house, we have a nice little dining room conjoined with a kitchen, and if we move upstairs, we first of all have a small bathroom, which is actually an ensuite onto the secondary bedroom, which is a little bit small, but if we walk across the hallway, we will find the big master bedroom, and we have a nice big massive bed here, very modern bedroom with, this is actually a fish tank, so you might be able to tell that I've kind of got into fish tanks recently. And of course, if we walk out the back door, I have also designed the exterior. We have a bit of a garden out back with a nice custom tree and a nice gazebo that we can watch over our garden from. And out front, we also have this pretty interesting tree with a pond, and we have a nice little flower bed. And as I said, if you guys want it, I will do a separate tutorial for the inside and outside of the house. Guys, I don't do this very often. Could you please give this video a like? I'd really appreciate it. I honestly would. It probably won't do very much. It won't make the video incredibly popular or anything crazy like that, but I'd just really appreciate it if this video could get some likes. I really love this house, and honestly, it'd just make me a little bit happier. That's all it'd do. If you want to see anything else like this, check out the cards in the description below, subscribe for more, and also do comment, let me know if you do want to see that interior and exterior, and anything else you might want to see. I'm sorry that this took so long, but let's move on to the actual tutorial. So, if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some pillar quartz blocks, some block of quartz, some stone brick stairs, some quartz stairs, some dark oak fence, some quartz slabs, some cyan hardened clay, some black stained glass paint, and some black stained glass. Plus, we'll need all of the other materials that you can see in the inventory, and we might even need some more things later on. If we were to make the interior and exterior, we would not have enough room for everything we'd need, but we're just focusing on the actual house build in today's video. Well, once you have everything, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I have to be very careful not to build it too close to my city. Well, you're going to want to kick off your house with a row of 2 pillar quartz block coming up from the ground, that's 1 and 2. Then, going right of that second pillar quartz block, do a row of 7 block of quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, place a pillar quartz block, connect it down to the ground, and then go right of that pillar quartz block that you connected to the ground, go right of it by 5 with your block of quartz. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a pillar quartz block, connect that down to the ground, and then going right of that pillar quartz block that you did connect down to the ground, then coming out in front of that pillar quartz block that you connected to the ground, do a row of 2 block of quartz. That's 1 and 2. Then do another pillar quartz block, connect it down to the ground, then take that block that you connected to the ground and go right of it by 7 with the block of quartz, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then place a pillar quartz block, connect it down to the ground. Take a sideways view of what you've just made and go right of the pillar quartz block, the one that you connected to the ground, and go right of it towards the back of the house by 16 with the block of quartz. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Place a pillar quartz block, connect it down to the ground. Look back at what you've just made. It looks great, but what we also want to do is we want to take the pillar quartz block that we connected to the ground and we want to go right of it by 7 with the block of quartz. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then place a pillar quartz block, hitch it to the ground, take that same pillar quartz block, go right of it by 5 with the block of quartz. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a pillar quartz block, connect it down to the ground. Take that pillar quartz block and go right of it by 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place a pillar quartz block, hit it to the ground, then take that pillar quartz block, the one that's hitched to the ground, and connect it to the front of the build with a row of block of quartz. And this is what you should end up with. This is the shape that we're looking for. It actually looks like a speech bubble, like a cartoon speech bubble. I love it. Well, once you've got that taken care of, what we now want to do is we want to do a row of upside down stone brick stairs going all the way around underneath the platform that this house is built on. So underneath the empty space, underneath every single one of those quartz blocks, place upside down stone brick stairs. This adds another colour to the house, it adds a layer of depth to the house, and it makes the house look overall nicer. So it's definitely worth adding. If you don't want to, add some hedge. Hedge also looks great. Once you've got that taken care of, we're now going to form the first floor of the house. So, we're going to begin here with the very first front left-hand corner of the house, and we'll go up on top of this corner block by 5 with the pillar quartz block. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that, right? We then basically want to take every single other one of those pillar quartz blocks that we have scattered around the house, and we want to add rows of 5 on top of each one of them. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've just got a few more of them to do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this last corner as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we also want to connect them all together, and this is going to form the first floor of our house. And I think we will fill in the first floor of our house. I think we'll get that sorted. We'll add in all of the windows and all of that sort of stuff. We'll add all of that in, and then we can focus on the second floor of the house, and we'll do a similar thing there. So we're just going to, like I said, we're just going to connect everything together at the top. So now it is going to be time for us to add windows and all sorts of stuff like that. So actually, you know what? We'll focus with the entrance and the back door first. The entrance is here. On the front of the house, it's this smaller panel in the center of things, right? We're going to add a row of a block of quartz left and right of the entrance, like this. We're then going to add a row of 2 cyan hardened clay left and right of this center block in the entrance. That's 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Place a black stained glass block on top of each one of those, connect them together at the top, and then place a row of cyan hardened clay on top of everything. If we had a door on us, which we don't, but that's okay, we would also place one in that hole there, but we'll sort that out later, right? Well, once you've got that taken care of, we're now going to add windows everywhere. On the front here, just right of the entrance, we want to add a window. The windows look like this. We want to add a row of block of quartz left and right of the window here, right? We then want to add a row of cyan hardened clay, also left and right, like coming inwards. We then want to place a row of upside down quartz stairs at the bottom of the window, a row of regular quartz stairs at the top. We will fill those in with black stained glass pane. And in front of the bottom of the window, we want to place an upside down quartz stairs in front of the base cyan stained clays with a row of quartz slab connecting them together. This is a great looking window, and it is the same window that we will use throughout the entire build. For instance, just left of the entrance, and by the way, something you can do, you know this space between the entrance and the window we created? Just add 2 rows of block of quartz to fill that gap. We might forget later. Just left of the entrance, we want to have the same window. We want to have our block of quartz on the left and right hand side, as you guys might remember. We then want to have cyan hardened clay left and right of the block of quartz. We want to have upside down quartz stairs, not stone brick stairs, upside down quartz stairs at the bottom, regular quartz stairs at the top. We want to have black stained glass pane in between. And at the bottom we want upside down quartz stairs in front of the cyan stained clay with quartz slabs in between them. So we want to have something which should look like this. As you can see, windows are identical. On the side of the house, the right hand side of the house, we also want more windows. So on the left hand side of the right hand side of the house, we want to add a row of block of quartz, then a row of cyan stained clay. Then at the bottom we want to have a row of 3 upside down quartz stairs, 1, 2, 3, come towards the back of the house. Then a row of cyan hardened clay. At the top a row of quartz stairs with glass in between. We then want to add the windowsill, which is upside down quartz stairs, as you know, with quartz slabs in between. Then we want to, starting from the right hand side now, do another window. So that'll start with a row of block of quartz, with a row of cyan hardened clay. Then from the bottom, going left, we want a row of 3 stairs, 1, 2, 3, that's upside down of course. Then a row of cyan hardened clay. Add a row of regular quartz stairs at the top, connecting things together with glass in between. Then right at the bottom, the base of the window, we have upside down stairs with quartz slabs in between to give us 2 windows on this side of the house. We also want to add block of quartz in between these just to fill in the wall. There is nothing else in between those windows. Add something if you like. I don't want to. Coming to the back of the house, I guess that I should have done this when I did the front of the house. We also have an entrance, or more so an exit on the back of the house. It's the same as the front. So on the front, where we did a row of block of quartz on the left and right, didn't we? Where the entrance is, because basically this is the front door, yeah? We have a hallway that connects all the way to the back door, like in a straight line. It's the same door. So we want to then have 2 cyan hardened clay, left and right. We want to have a row of black stained glass just above this, with a row of cyan hardened clay just above that, and that is the back door. We'll also add an actual physical door there later, but that's later. So, now, left and right here, we want to add windows. These windows are simple, it's the same. It's block of quartz, left and right, it's the cyan on the inside of that. It's the upside down quartz stairs at the bottom, it's the regular quartz stairs up top, it's the glass in between, and then the coup de grace, we want to have the upside down quartz stairs at the bottom corners connected together with quartz slab. Boom. One window, let's do the other one. It's the same thing. I'm not going to repeat the process, guys, because otherwise it might just drive you absolutely insane. Although, I will say that unfortunately we can't fast forward any of this because some of these walls do not have windows. Like, as you might expect, like, all of the houses should have like a window in really logical places. Like, the right hand side should have 2 windows because the left hand side does. It's not the case. It's all a little bit different. So that's the back of the house. It's 2 windows. But on this final side, the left hand side of the house, we do have just 1 window on the ground floor, and it's to the left here. We start the same way. We do the row of block of quartz on the left. We then add the row of cyan hardened clay going right. We then do 3 upside down quartz stairs, and then we do the other row of cyan hardened clay. We do a row of quartz stairs up top. We do the black stained glass pane in between, and we knock out any extra blocks that we may have foolishly placed. Upside down quartz stairs at the base, quartz slabs in between, and that's the window. However, that is the only window on this side of the house. You can cover up the rest of the wall with block of quartz. The reason being is because of the porch, how it is positioned, you cannot get another good looking window from this side of the house. It doesn't happen. So you guys will see what I'm talking about later on, but trust me, there's a reason why. So once you've got that taken care of, that is like the base of the house pretty much complete. That's most of it. Let's move on to the second floor where things get ever so slightly trickier. Let me show you. We're on the front of the house, we're on the front right hand corner. We want to take out our pillar quartz block, and we want to start from this front right hand corner block. We want to go up by 6 on top of this corner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, right? We then want to extend this over to the left, over to the opposite corner here, and we want to connect it down to form this shape, okay? We then want to take this corner block that we just extended down, and we want to extend this backwards by 2. So we want to extend this backwards by 2, and then we want to connect that down, but then we want to take the same block, the second block, and we want to extend it coming across the build by 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to connect it down to where it would connect to the frame, like this, And then we want to take the same block that we just connected down and we want to extend it backwards by 1. So now it's in line with the base frame of the house, and then we want to extend it to the left, and we want to connect it down to the opposite corner. Now, this might all be a little bit confusing, but this is what you want to have. So you can see the front right-hand corner is the same. We extend it back by 2 blocks, we connect it down to the frame. We take the same second block and we extend it over to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We connect it down to where it would connect to the framework, and then we move that same block 1 row backwards, we extend it to the left, and then we connect it down to the front left-hand corner of the house. The rest of the frame of the house is the same. So what we can now do is we can take this very first 6th block we placed, and we can extend it backwards to the back corner of the house, and we can connect it down to the corner. We can take that block that we connected down to the corner, we can take it all the way over to the right hand side of the house, or as it is, it's actually the left hand side of the house, and we can connect it down. And then we can connect the front corner of the house to the back corner of the house. It is only the front of the frame that has changed. I know, it's a little bit confusing. And if you like, I do believe that on the back of the house, you can also form, you know, the frame where the pillar quartz block runs left and right of the back entrance? You can connect those blocks up as well to separate the back of the house. And that is the frame of the back of the house. Now, let me show you why it's like that. So, this house has a porch. That is why it's like this. The porch looks like this. We take the bottom front left-hand corner of the house. We take this second pillar quartz block that we place going right of it. We place some quartz. We take this block and we extend it in front of itself by 3. 1, 2, 3. We connect it down to the ground pillar quartz block, but we also extend it to the right, and we extend it all the way to the right, and it will connect to the front right hand side of the house. Also, place a pillar quartz block where it corresponds with the frame of the house just left of the entrance, like this. If you like, you can actually fill the top of this porch in whilst we're here with a material that I have actually forgotten. I told you I'd forget one. Stone slabs. You can fill the top of this porch in with stone slabs if you like, whilst it's easy to get to. But what we also want to do is we want to form a roof. So the roof looks like this. The roof of the porch is, we begin the roof of the porch just here on the left hand side of the house. And where the pillar quartz block intersects, like it goes left, it goes up, it goes down, this pillar quartz block that intersects everything, extend it out in front of the build with your block of quartz by 3. 1, 2, 3. Place a quartz stairs in front of that, and then extend that quartz all the way over to the right until it connects with the actual pillar quartz block of the frame. You now want to place 1 row upwards and 1 row behind that first quartz stair, another quartz stair. Then 1 row upwards and 1 row behind that, place another quartz stair. Behind that, place a block of quartz. That's the sort of shape we're aiming for. You also want to connect the porch all the way up to the overhang above the porch using pillar quartz block, like this. If you like, whilst you're at it, you can also place some dark oak fence that goes around the edge of the porch. It looks nice, it contrasts nicely with the white, and what else can I say? Also add some left and right where the entrance is. And if you want to add a nice little step to go down, just place a quartz stair in line where the actual hole for the entrance is. Place a quartz stair in front of the porch, another one so that it actually connects down. Place pillar quartz block left and right of those stairs, and if you like you can also destroy the block behind the stair and you can replace it with stone slabs. Later you might also feel as though you want to add some flowers to that. Also, around underneath the porch, place yourself some upside down stone brick stairs, just to kind of continue the theme of the house, like that. Looks great. Now, speaking of stone brick stairs, we now want to take each one of those quartz stairs and we want to extend them to the right using our stone stairs. So this creates a why can I not say this word? It creates a contrast with the roof, and once again, it just looks nice. It goes with the white, it goes with the grey. And we now just want to fill this single row in here, just right of the roof, with a block of quartz, just as we don't want any gaps in the house. We also have 2 windows to add here, just above the porch. The windows are identical to the other windows, except they are slightly cut off. So, in this very left-hand space, we want to have a row of block of quartz here coming in from the left. We then want to have a row of cyan hardened clay coming right of that. We then want to have, starting from the top, we want to have 3 quartz stairs going right. 1, 2, 3. Then place a cyan hardened clay, and then go down from that clay by 2. And then we would want to have the black stained glass pane everywhere else in between. You may feel as though that you want to complete the window, despite the fact that we can't really see it, so you might want to like extend down the cyan hardened clay, and you might want to do the upside down stairs at the bottom. And you may feel as though that you just want to kind of like fill around the window in with a block of quartz, just like this. Just to make it a little bit more normal, you might just want to fill the quartz in around there. That is what will look from the outside. As you can see, a little bit different. Also, a material that we will need is, again, we forget these materials. I can think of a few more that we forgot. You just want to fill the top of the porch in there with the stone brick slabs or stone bricks, whatever you want to use. For this window just above the entrance, we want to do something a little bit different, but it's the same window. We want to place cyan hardened clay on the left and right of the window. We want to place our quartz stairs all the way coming across the top. Then we want to place, why do I always put this away? We want to place our black stained glass pane in between, like that. So that's how the window looks. And of course, if you do want to complete the window for the inside, then feel free to complete the window, although you may find it a little bit difficult. You might just want to place like block of quartz there at the bottom instead of the upside down quartz stairs, because it doesn't really matter very much. There we go. Now, everywhere else is the same. So, every single window that you placed down below on the ground floor, we want to place up here on the second floor. It is that simple. An easy way to start things off is by adding a U shape of block of quartz on the second floor, because we have a little bit more space to fill. Like on the front right hand side here, we add a U shape of block of quartz, and then we add the row of cyan hardened clay left, cyan hardened clay right. Then we add the upside down stairs at the bottom. We add the upside down stairs at the top, and then of course it's the same black stained glass pane. And then we add the windowsill as well. This is going to be a lot of windows, so that is how it's going to go, guys. That's the front of the house. We are, of course, missing the roof, but that is completely separate. We'll do that in a bit. Okay, so let's move to the right-hand side now. Let's do the same thing. So once again, guys, remember, we're going to do the same windows on the second floor as we did the first floor, except we need to have a row of block of quartz just underneath the windows, and we want the block of quartz left and right as usual, and then create the same windows that you did just down below. You can even literally just look down below and copy the same positions. They're that identical. But the windows look great. They do. They look fantastic. They fit the house very, very well. And the only part that these may differ a little bit, as I'm saying it, on the back of the house, things might get a little bit crazy again, because we do have a porch on the back, although I'm very tempted to add the windows before we add the porch. I think that's what we're going to do anyway, because it'll be easier. So that's the right hand side of the house. Let's come to the left hand side of the house and add the single window. Where we have the single window on the ground floor, we also want a single window on the second floor. Just because, once again, you'll see later on, the way that these windows line up with the top of the house and with the porch involved, it does not look good to have an additional window. It just doesn't, unfortunately, because it does mean that the house is a little bit darker. It does. It's a shame, because I do love natural light in Minecraft. Where you don't have to add artificial light, I do love the natural light. But what is there to do? Hey, what can you do? Nothing. So we're just going to fill this side of the house in with a block of quartz, and then we'll come to the back here and we will add the same windows on the back as we did the front, except once we have completed these windows, we will add the porch that is on the back of the house. And by the way, this center window above the door is identical to the window that we placed above the door on the front. So you want the row of block of quartz at the bottom here, right? But you do not need to add any quartz left and right because the window will be big enough like this. So now we just have to add the quartz stairs top and bottom, as you can see me adding here. And then it is just the black stained glass pane here and here. And we have to, did we do this on the sides? I can't remember. Then we have to add the windowsill at the bottom. Did we do this? Yeah, I think we did, and my brain just went into autopilot. We didn't do it on this side. I bet you guys were going crazy down there in the comments like, he forgot. Well, I remembered. I finally remembered. I might have just left that until the end of the tutorial had I have not remembered that. Now we do have the two other windows to add as well. This is probably one of the more tedious parts of this tutorial, which means repetitive and boring, and that describes this window placing very, very accurately. It really does, but they look so good. They look so good, what can you do? You've just got to put them in there. And once these windows are done, like I said, we'll add the porch, which is a bit more interesting. Then we'll add the roof, which is another task that I'm not too fond of. But this roof is actually kind of interesting and in some ways really, really easy. I'll show you what I mean in just a mo. We also have to add the windowsill here. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the back of the house. So, that's the back. What are we going to do with it now? So once you've got that taken care of, we want to take out our pillar quartz block. And we want to take, you see these pillar quartz block that face us at the back of the house on like the left? And, well, the right hand side doesn't face us, but it's sideways. We want to take these pillar quartz block and we want to extend them forwards each by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect them down to the ground. And then connect them to each other. So you want to extend it out by 4, connect it down to the ground, drag it all the way over to the opposite side, connect it together, and also connect it to the ground, like that. Also, where you see the pillar quartz block in the house, left and right of the entrance, like extend upwards and connect to the ground, you want the same thing down below. You can also add upside down stone brick stairs underneath the back porch because it does look good. So we're just going to place the upside down stone brick stairs going all the way around underneath the bottom of the porch like this. And I'm going to place some stone slabs in the top of this. So I'm just going to fill the top of the porch in with the stone slabs, and then I'll probably extend up the corners of the porch and everywhere that needs extending up, because it's not just the corners, we're also going to extend up every single pillar quartz block that touches the ground. I'll show you what I mean. So once you fill the top of the porch in, grab your pillar quartz block. Every single front-facing pillar quartz block that touches the ground, we want to extend up each by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. On the back porch here, we want to have a row of quartz stairs that goes all the way around on top of each one of these pillar quartz blocks, like that. So we want to have a solid row of pillar quartz. Then we want to have, coming up backwards from each one of the ends, we want to have 2 quartz stairs. So 2 diagonal quartz stairs coming from the front to the back, like that. And then fill in the sides with quartz blocks. So that's the left hand side, and then we want to have 2 diagonal quartz stairs coming up from each end, connect it to the house with quartz block, and also fill in the sides like that. I'm going to fill around the porch in with dark oak wood fence, and I'm just going to have a dark oak wood fence left and right here at the back, like where you'd actually like step off of the porch. Do a similar staircase leading off of the porch as you did on the front, so a center quartz stair with 1 down below diagonally, with then pillar quartz block left and right of those. And you might also want to destroy that back center block, the one behind the top stair, and place stone slabs behind it to give you this. what we can now do, and this does make the windowsills at the back of the house a little bit irrelevant, but they don't have to be because, I'll show you what I mean in a sec. We now just want to take the 2 rows of quartz stairs here on the left and right, and we just want to connect them together, like I said, kind of like left and right with these stone brick stairs like this. And then I'm just going to place quartz slabs in between the windows here. So I'm just going to form a solid row of quartz, and then that looks quite nice, doesn't it? And that is the porch pretty much complete on the back. Now that that's done, we're now going to take care of the roof. The roof has a few different aspects to it. So this first part of the roof, we're going to come to the left hand side of the house here. We take out the pillar quartz block. We start from this back left hand corner of the house, we move in by 1 row and we place a pillar quartz block. We then, from this pillar quartz block, we want to do 6 upright diagonals. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do bottom right diagonals until you hit the opposite end, aka the front of the house, like that. Place a row of cyan hardened clay right at the base of the part underneath the roof here, and then do black stained glass pane everywhere else inside of the roof. So do black stained glass pane everywhere else inside of the roof here, and that is what it's going to look like underneath the roof. Like, that's the framework for the left hand side of the roof. A lot of natural light gets left in like that. Then, if we come to the front of the house, this is where things get a little bit trickier, but they're not so difficult. So, on the front right-hand side of the house, we want to take the same sort of block. So, this is the corner block here on the front right-hand corner of the house. We move in by 1, place a pillar quartz block. We're then going to do 3 upright diagonals. That's 1, 2, and that'll be 3. We're then going to do bottom right diagonals until we hit the opposite part of the roof. Let me do that. There we go. I'm then going to place cyan stained clay underneath this with black stained glass pane just above, like that. Then what we're going to do is a little bit trickier. So what we're going to do, and this is kind of difficult to explain, we want to take out the pillar quartz block here, and where we have this little window here just above the entrance, we want to take the front left hand corner block of the window, move in by 1, so it's the same block that's above the cyan hardened clay. We want to go up 1 with the pillar quartz block, and then we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upright diagonals. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. That is perfect. We then want to do bottom right diagonals. We should have to do about 3 of them. So that's 1 and 2, and then we have to do 3. Connect to that top center block there, just at the front of the house. What we're now going to do is we're now going to do the roof of the house. This is, like I said, this is a bit tricky. The front part of the roof is so much harder than the back part of the roof. But it goes like this. The quartz stairs here are the front, it's like the edge of the roof. So we want to begin the roof here, just left of the front left-hand sticking out section of the house, and we want to have quartz blocks just on the edge of the roof. We then want to have stone brick stairs for the actual center of the roof, like that. We want to extend those stone brick stairs backwards by 1 row, like this. And if you like, you can then place like quartz blocks behind those stone brick stairs, and that will give us a solid part of the roof here. We can then place a row of cyan hardened clay in the under part of this middle part of the roof, and then we can fill the rest of it in with black stained glass pane, as you can see me doing now, like this. We've just got 2 more rows to add. You've got to be a little bit careful. There we go. And on the outer part of the roof on the front right hand side as well, it's a similar story, except we want to have a row of quartz stairs on the edge in line with the pillar quartz block, and it wants to go from one end of the house all the way to the opposite end of the house, like that. And then all of the other rows are stone brick stairs until you get to the top. The roof of this house is actually really, really logical. You'll be able to see how it pieces together, hopefully. It's really easy to do. It does take a little while, and it does get tricky when you get to the middle part, like the part that is in between the front left-hand corner of the house and the middle of the house is tricky. But this back part of the roof is so simple because it's just a normal big corner roof. As you can see here, it's just really rather easy to add. So we just want to have something which should look like this. I mean, it's really easy to do. And now you can see that we've gotten to the point here where we are, where we have to progress up onto this middle part of the roof. That's what you do. You just keep continuing on, and you connect from that middle part of the roof all the way to the left-hand side of the house now. And you keep going up and up and up, and you just keep adding the rows until you eventually get to the top. The top of this roof is different. It does not have the stone brick stairs. It uses quartz block. It actually uses quartz slabs at the very top of the roof because it looks good. It contrasts between the grey and the white like that. So that's like the easy part of the roof done. This next hand part of the roof is, like I said, it gets tricky. So we want to place a row of quartz stairs here inside the front left hand corner of the roof, like that. Except the quartz stairs also want to overhang the front of the roof by one row. And we want the entire roof to overhang the front and the back of the house and the side of the house by one row. And the part that overhangs is made out of quartz block. So it looks like this. And this is also true up here as well for this part of the roof. Like that. But, like I said, this part of the roof wants to be stone brick stairs. So we're now just going to add a quartz stair overhang, like this. Like that. And then it's actually quite easy from here. Then we just connect the other layers of the roof to the opposite end of the house. We just connect it here to the left. It's a little bit tricky using the blocks and having them go the right way, but with a little bit of perseverance, it's quite easy to do. It's not so difficult. So we're just going to add all of these stone brick stair blocks, and this will form the roof. And we don't need to say too much more about it, so you can see me just adding all of these here, and then we'll make the roof pretty. That's what we'll do next after this. We'll just make the roof pretty. And then that'll be it for this house. And later, or in a different video I should say, I'll show you what you can do to the house to make it nice, to do to the inside, to do to the outside, to make it nice. So that's all of the stone brick stairs added. We now want to add quartz stairs. So each end of the roof, left and front, including the middle, including the little mini part at the front, you want to have quartz stairs overhanging. You guys already know that. But what I haven't said is underneath those quartz stairs, you want to add upside down quartz stairs to shape the roof nicer. You also want to have an upside down quartz stairs right underneath the top center block because, once again, it looks a bit nicer. You'll achieve an effect like this. But you also want the same thing here on the front. We want it underneath each one of these blocks. You guys know what I'm talking about. We just deleted a quartz stair, which we probably didn't want to. We probably wanted to... Oh god, what are we doing? So we can just add it all here, and it comes all the way down. And underneath this little mini part here, we just want to have the upside down quartz stairs there, come all the way to that side. Perfect. Now we want to add a row of quartz slabs up the top center part of the roof. So I'm just adding a layer of quartz slabs up the top center part of the roof, like that. That will shape the roof nicer. That is the roof done. That is the building pretty much made. The only things that we are lacking are doors and lighting. So for the doors and the lighting, you're going to need quartz stairs, some iron doors, if you ever want to open the doors, like buttons and pressure plates. And for the lighting, I'm going to use some sea lanterns because it's modern. First, focusing on the interior of the house, I'm going to run a row of sea lanterns right the way through the ceiling. So right the way just underneath the bridge of the roof, I'm going to add a layer of sea lanterns, because why not? And I'm now going to add entrances to the... we're going to add doors to the entrances, so iron doors with buttons either side works fine for me. And underneath here, underneath the overhang of the porch, I'm going to add some sea lanterns. So I'll add a row of sea lanterns up the center strip, like this. And then left and right of those sea lanterns, on each end, I'll have like upside down quartz stairs, or just regular facing quartz stairs, not regular facing quartz stairs. I'll have my upside down quartz stairs, what am I thinking? And it'll just shape the sea lanterns a little bit, it'll shape the inside of the porch. Now, not too many people will probably look up at it, but it does make it look a little bit nicer. So that's the front. You might also want to place one here as well, something there. And that's the front, and you can do the same thing at the back, including the entrance as well. So we can place our door, we can place buttons either side, we can add a strip of sea lanterns all the way underneath the center part of the porch, like this. You guys can see that. And then it's just as I said, like upside down quartz stairs, just left and right of the sea lanterns, in front of and behind the sea lanterns, and it just looks nice. It gives a nice casing for the sea lanterns to sit in, and we have our quartz stairs either side, and we have everything that we need now, so we can now see it's all nice and lit up. Perfect. Now, once you've got that taken care of, where are the actual like floors and stuff in the house? You might be wondering to yourself, like, where is the second floor supposed to be exactly? Where do I put it? So the floors of the house aren't exactly where you might imagine. The ground floor of the house here, and I believe that my ground floor is made out of stone slabs. The ground floor of the house is where you would expect, like, it's here. It's one row underneath the glass of the windows. It's where the actual entrances are for the house. Like, this is where the floor is designed to be, and that is where I put it myself. You guys can see what I'm talking about, it's here. In a similar vein, for the second floor, it is designed to be one row below the glass of the windows again. And this is where it's going to be. Why am I telling you this, you might be wondering to yourselves? Well, if you want to follow along with the inside and outside tutorial, because I do expect that I'll be making that video, I think that you guys might want to see that. You guys always want a little bit of inside and outside inspiration when it comes to these houses. You're going to want to have the floors done, so that's why I'm showing you where they're going to be. That's the second floor, that's the positioning. That's the first floor, that's the positioning. If you like, you can also put in the, like, where the actual, like, proper, like, roof of the house is, because we've not got an attic, and this is just here. It's underneath the windows, and I like to make the ceiling the actual, like, the proper, the ceiling where it goes no higher, the house, where you can't break into it anymore. It's right underneath the windows of the underhangs of the roof, like it's in this position right here. So if you want to follow along with it's probably going to happen, the inside and outside video, that's where all of the floors go, and I would have that completed for when you actually follow along to the next tutorial, because I'll already have the floors in there. So that is the house, guys. I hope that you like it. This is my favourite suburban house that I have ever made. And it might even be my favourite house that I've ever made. I love the colours. I love once it's got all of the things added to it. The garden, the interior, the exterior. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. There's something about this house that is just great looking. It's the first house, the proper house, that I've made in my city. I have townhouses, but this is the first proper suburban house that I've added to my city. This is the beginning of the suburbs. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like, give it a share. I'd really, really appreciate it. Comment down below, would you like to see that interior/exterior tutorial video? Let me flip back to my other house. If you want to see this, if you want to see the outside done and the inside done, then let me know down there in the comment section. Just let me know. If you don't want to see it, then that's perfectly fine. But if you do, you'll have to let me know, because otherwise I probably won't do it unless I see a fair amount of you guys requesting it. I'll show you how to make everything from the kitchen diner to the actual outside, like the garden and everything else in between. I'll show you how to make it all. Also, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Subscribe is the best way to do it, to keep up with my content. If you make this house or anything else, show me a picture of it on Twitter. Follow me there, at TSMC360. Also, if you want to make absolutely anything else by me, check out the card system and the description below, because not only do I make houses like this and like that one, that's another townhouse that I'm working on. Not only do I make mini golf courses and skate parks and stuff like that, but we make entire cities around here. Every single thing in this city has a tutorial, so as I build up my city, you can also build up yours. And every single thing does have its own unique tutorial, and there are so many more things that I haven't got in this city because I've only recently started building it that you can make to add to it. I wish that I would have started building my city as soon as I started making city builds, because it would be so much bigger. Not only do I build city stuff, but I also build park stuff. Like, this is a public park, and everything here has a tutorial as well. I also have a few theme park builds. We have a Ferris wheel and a carousel over there. We're working on a theme park. I also have a few fantasy builds on my channel. That is Planet Express from Futurama. You guys get the point. We do all sorts of crazy stuff around here. You can make all of this by checking out the cards, checking out the description below, and subscribing. Keep on track of it all. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. And please do remember to give this video a like if you did enjoy it, because I'd really just honestly appreciate it so much.